Well, here's Swan number 2 from hell, the 700CX, which has been pared down a bit because it's now getting 6146 finals. I don't know, is this castration of a sort? Maybe Caesar would know more about that, of Rome. Well, castration or not, I gotta make sure this was done right, so final look. I did put in the 1 ohm resistors. These are 2.1s in parallel. It's about 1 ohm. 2.1 in parallel to 1, about, I guess, 1 ohm. 1 ohm. These in parallel are half an ohm. I put the capacitor in series, or in parallel, which basically is going to bleed off RF. These are connected to the cathodes inside the tube. This goes off to, I guess, the metering to see how much cathode current there is. So anyway, let's check the circuit out. So starting with the heaters, 2 and 7 are heaters. This comes in from 12 volts AC for the heater, and that goes on to pin number 2. Comes out pin number 7, goes to pin number 2. And then pin number 7 is grounded. So these two tubes are in series for heaters. That takes care of the heater. All right, the cathode. The cathode has 1 ohm resistors grounded with a 0.01 across it. The cathode is now on pin number 1 or 4. Okay, pin number 1 or 4. There's pin 1, 1 ohm grounded, 0.01 in parallel. There's pin 1 grounded with 0.01. There's pin 4 going to the cathode meter for the cathode current. Okay, so that's all set. What's next? Okay, this is the first grid, which gets the RF and the bias. The first grid is going to be pin number 5. We gotta find pin number 5. There's pin number 5. It goes across here to pin number 5. It gets fed with RF. It gets minus bias through this choke. So that should work. Pin number 5 is all set. That goes to, let's see, wait a minute. That choke is for bias. So pin number 5, how do you work? It's always good to double check these things. Let's see, pin number 5. Oh, I was checking the first grid. That's correct. First grid is pin number 5. The first grid is pin number 5. Sorry, I'm tired. Worked all day. Pin number 5 goes to 5, goes to the bias coming in, minus bias, gets RF. That's correct. Okay, the next grid is what? It's a screen grid, right? It's a screen grid, and this is a screen grid here. It's fed by 2 100 ohm resistors. It also has capacitors, which I didn't put in. Bad me. Try it without it. All right, so second grid, or the grid in the middle grid is pin number 3. Pin number 3 should get the 2 100 ohm resistors. Pin number 3 has a 100 ohm coming in here, which is buried, but it's down in there. There it is, down in there. Going to pin 3. 100 ohm resistor on this side is going to pin 3 right there. That takes care of that screen, and it needs capacitors, but I'll forgo that for now. Okay, so what's left? The top grid, and it's grounded here, and I'm just grounding it to the cathode because the 6146 enforces that with pin 4. So I don't think we're using pin 4 for anything here. Oh yeah, I'm using it for the meter. All right, so I think that concludes it. I think it's time to turn this pup on and see if it smokes or works or the tubes blow up from 900 volts on the plates. See if these little puppies can tolerate living La Vida Loca here. So let's try it out. I'll probably gotta retune all this stuff to match the finals impedance. So we'll do that too if it works at all. It doesn't spark up. All right, next video ought to be one of great woe or great excitement. I guess we're gonna find out. Thanks for watching.